Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, more commonly known as ASMR, is more or less a feeling. Often described as a pleasurable tingling sensation that starts at the back of the head and works its way down to the spine and shoulders. This can be caused by a plethora of things, such as breathing, tapping, whispering, and many more things. ASMR has been compared to synesthesia and misophonia, which are topics that need their own videos to do justice. In essence, however, these are conditions that cause a physical response to sound, misophonia causing a negative response to a specific sound, and synesthesia can cause any response to any stimuli, depending on what kind of synesthesia you have. ASMR, as we currently recognize it, was first discovered around 2007 after talk on internet forums such as Reddit and 4chan began to bring the phenomenon to people's attention. This led to increased scientific recognition of the phenomenon. A study by Lindenwood University stated that the main consumers of ASMR were getting it from YouTube. ASMR also seemed to rely on a feeling of intimacy between the listener and the creator. This is why the majority of ASMR creators are female, as it, quote, creates a pleasure through a distinct intimacy that relies on heteronormative gender roles of care. A common misconception is that the feeling of ASMR is goosebumps. This, however, isn't entirely true, as goosebumps are, quote, from awe and surprise, and may even come from fear, while the ASMR experience is more of a light touch feeling along the neck, spine, and other areas of the body, unquote. The first study done on ASMR was done by Emma L. Barrett and Nick J. Davis of Swansea University in the UK. They stated that during their testing that, quote, data obtained also illustrates temporary improvements in symptoms of depression and chronic pain in those who engage in ASMR. The study also implied a correlation between ASMR and synesthesia, due to the unusually high prevalence of synesthesia in the test group of 5.9%. The conclusion was that a flow-like mental state would likely be required for the full effects of ASMR to be achieved. A flow-like mental state is where one's mind is completely focused on one subject, a sort of zone that one is in while performing an activity. When it comes to content, I separate ASMR content into the 3 L's. These are lounge, to relax or wind down. This ASMR is truly designed for sleep aid or to trigger other relaxing feelings. Love. These ASMR videos are often personal attention or roleplay. Although they can be used for relaxation and sleep, I believe them more effective to lessen depressive symptoms or feelings of loneliness. Laugh. These are simply to entertain or amuse, either as a satirical take on ASMR or a legitimate ASMR for the pleasurable sensations but without the full relaxation. This is not an official way of categorizing ASMR videos, just something I came up with, and therefore any similarity to pre-existing categorization methods is unintentional. These different styles can be combined to create mixes of 2 or all the categories. I won't list them and examples though, because I don't hate myself. ASMR is often associated with sexual activities. This leads to many innocent ASMR videos to be demonetized or removed from YouTube. This is simply due to the inherent intimacy of the videos, which is necessary for many of the videos to function. ASMR is known to be triggered by a variety of triggers. These can be separated into categories. Auditory, often caused by whispering, tapping, or even mouth sounds. A study from 2017 says that, quote, about 77% of the sample of 126 agreed with the statement, the pitch of the trigger sounds affects how strongly I feel tingles. Only 10% disagreed with this statement. Further questions exploring whether high or low pitches were preferred revealed that lower pitches were rated as more likely to produce an intense tingling sensation. 12% of the sample agreed that higher pitched triggers sounds caused more intense tingles, and 56 agreed that lower pitched trigger sounds produce more intense tingles. Personal attention. Many subjects of the 2017 study reported that the tenderness and feeling of care they received also triggered an ASMR response. Personal attention consists of all the ways an ASMR artist can perform their triggers directly to the viewer, while acting like the viewer is there. This can, along with triggering the regular relaxation response that ASMR does, it can also trigger a feeling of happiness, safety, and reduce depressive symptoms over a short period of time. Clinical. Similar to personal attention, clinical triggers ASMR mostly due to the feeling of safety and care that the listener gets while listening. Clinical simply refers to an ASMR trigger that is of a medical origin or setting. There is much anecdotal evidence from people who claim this kind of ASMR is very effective at lessening the intensity of symptoms of anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and it may even help people with insomnia to sleep. Tactile. A book written in 2018 claims that light touches to a person can also trigger ASMR. The word for this is effleurage, meaning to touch lightly or to skim in French. So, that's your entry into ASMR. A summary of what I have said is in the description below. Thank you, and goodbye.